Make sure you set the right expectations early on in the sales process. What's up, everybody? This is Kevin Daisy. So we've struggled with this before, and I've seen issues with this time and time again over the years. And now as we're growing and looking to add more sales folks, this problem could persist. And it's really setting the right expectations. Now, back in the day when it was me as a sole proprietor, I was the salesperson, I was doing the work. It was very easy to set the right expectation because you knew that you had to do the work. When you have operations separated from sales, sales is trying to do their best job to be confident and believe in what they're selling, but they're also going to be excited and say it's the best thing in the world, which we want them to do, right? But when it comes down to when they sign on the dotted line and become a client, what things did the salesperson say that the prospect may have held on to, and now that they're a client, in the back of their head, they're thinking, well, Kevin said it'd be 2 weeks before or when this would be done, or that we would get results and leads coming in within 30 days, whatever it may be. I'm just using those as examples. And now that we have more salespeople, they can all be out there saying things that the operations teams may not be able to deliver based on the type of client, their situation, when they came on. So there's timelines, there's projects already going on. So there's a lot of factors there to what could actually happen with that customer. It all can be industry, their budget. So if you're doing Google ads and they have a small budget, but you sold them that this is going to be the best way to use your money and you'll get leads with a small budget in a competitive landscape, that could be very challenging. It could take a lot of time for those ads to start performing. So what I'm doing right now is making a piece of or adding a part of the process in our review that we do with a prospect that will have some of the verbiage that we need that will cover expectations. So in this case, we're going to write up a couple different timelines and expectations for each service that we can cover with them. And then we'll have our operations team look at that and make sure it's in line with what they expect. And it's always good to under promise and over deliver versus over promise and under deliver. So that's what we're trying to avoid here. So early in your process, even if you're talking to someone and they want a basic service that you offer, make sure you set the right expectations, because what I've seen is even the initial call we have with them, there might be 5 more meetings and they held on to that first thing you said, where you might have slipped of the tongue and promised something like a quicker turnaround. So make sure you set the right expectation, or it's going to cause problems with your operations team. And then make sure that your operations team resets those expectations at the beginning of the project. So we have a kickoff meeting. We want to, set the right expectations at sales, but once they come on board, operations should be resetting those to make sure that it was, sunk in deep. So set right expectations and save yourself a lot of problems.
Hey there, it's Eric J. Olson. I wanted to let you know about my book, $1 Million Journey, How to Launch a 7-Figure Business. This is the story of what it took for me to go from freelancer with no clients, no employees, no revenue, to growing a $1 million business. It took me 8 years, and I made a lot of mistakes. And all of those mistakes, and more importantly, lessons learned, are in this book. And we have chapter takeaways, 5 to 15 takeaways that you can apply right now to your business. Check it out on Amazon, $1 Million Journey by me, Eric J. Olson.